Hi there, I'm Linda Jones. I'm an audiobook narrator coming to you again through Voices of Calm. I was honored recently to narrate a book I absolutely love by a woman named Elizabeth Folwell, an editor and author for Adirondack Life magazine. It is a collection of her essays called Short Carries, Essays from Adirondack Life, and with her permission, I share with you this piece called Elemental. Snow floats earthward with beautiful inevitability, stealthy, silent, recontouring the angular landscape. It cloaks a pickup, turning the white boxy body into a truck-shaped igloo, remodeling the woodshed backwards in time, to days when this house and that structure were tightly bound. For now, the accretion is all about downward motion, these airy feathers of water not yet governed by wind. The softness is deceptive, but on the first of the year, the joyous purity of a winter storm rules. How different is winter's tenacious grip on an April morning, evening, week? The days have substance, with more daylight, yet no real sign of spring at this altitude. Snow is persistent, like a toothache. The deer trudge through hawk-deep banks, and the birds, some unbearably optimistic, others resigned, sing. Only a little, but I can still hear it. As surely as the flakes have fallen, they will melt in their time, leaving flattened, braided grass and clumps of dead leaves to mark their progress. Those in the front of the house, facing the mountain, will join rivulets and streams to meet Blue Mountain Lake and flow north as the Racket River, tumbling over falls, bulging into lakes, churning through hydro turbines, sweeping past farm fields en route to the St. Lawrence. On the flip side of the house, toward the county road, snowmelt will trickle south into Lake Durant, over a dam, down the Rock River, Rock Lake, to the Cedar River and the Hudson. Each big river has its biography of hard work, hard play, flood and ebb, the rocks at North River and Perry's Rapids revealed in dry summers as gray, sullen lumps, no longer disguised by the dynamism of whitewater. The Racket can swell across highways, into parking lots, up to bridge girders like it did in Long Lake not so many years ago. And, as many concede, Long Lake is just a fat river. It's the elemental chain migration, where molecules imprinted with the pollen from an ancient apple tree head north, and those with DNA from a carpet of thyme, towering coreopsis, and purple asparagus go south. The common denominator is bits of dog, deer, turkey, and red squirrel, the year-rounders that make tracks in the mud and slurp from the puddles, their saliva one more complex taint in the stream. The greenwoods of May, not April this year as January is now in its 98th day, are those thousand verdant shades arising from the surface percolation and the underground flow we can't see except for the work it does in plumping buds and tiny shoots stretching toward the sun. The sugar maples, after expending so much energy into leafing out or donating sap for syrup making, are primed to replenish. This snow-covered day of undeclared season, as I glance toward our shed, steam billows out a hole in the roof. The sap is boiling, the vapor headed cloudward to coalesce and eventually return to earth. Just how old is water? When we say fresh water, can it ever exist in a virgin state? Here, the hydrologic cycle can be tracked on such an intimate scale. The lenticular cloud over the mountain, a snug cap of white, shows the wind's work on nearby water vapor. The fog spreading across the highway is sublimating from dirty, sand-sprinkled snow. Its phase change another seasonal ritual. Ice melts and drips from the eaves, beginning that downhill journey. In the Adirondacks, the mountains divide us. They're barriers to human and animal traffic, restricting free movement without exacting a toll. Water, in all its forms, unites us. From the glaciers so far in the back time that hills and valleys bear witness with their ancient shapes, to a vernal pool where salamanders sport on just one cool night. Water is death, life, and rebirth. It defines our landscape and determines our lives. This was originally published in Blue Line Literary Magazine, 40th Anniversary Issue, Potsdam, New York, 2019.